Indians are often criticized, they are trolled, and sometimes openly mocked in different parts of the world. The reason may vary, but one complaint appears again and again on social media: a lack of civic sense, the tendency to ignore the local norms, and the habit of turning public places into personal spaces even when it inconveniences the others. And now, whether that criticism is fair or unfair is a separate debate altogether. But make no mistakes here, this conversation has become increasingly common over the past few years. And every time a viral video emerges, this returns as stereotypes. The latest example comes from Vietnam. The footage appears simple at first. A group of Indian tourists standing near a VietJet aircraft. People begin forming a circle, music plays, the garba, their traditional Gujarati dance, starts, smiles, laughters. But then came the backlash. Because it was not a hotel lobby, it was a cultural festival, neither, not a program, specially arranged for Indians. It was an airport. Now, it looked very harmless celebration at first, but discussions about it, the travel etiquette, public behavior, and how Indians are perceived abroad spread quickly. The video spread across the social media, millions watched it, thousands commented and defended the tourists, arguing that they are proudly expressing the Indian culture in a foreign country. But many others disagreed. Critics question whether an airport tarmac is an appropriate place to do such activities. They pointed out that airports operate under the strict security and the procedures where the passengers are generally expected to move in an organized manner under the supervision. And that is where the story becomes larger than a single viral video. Because the strongest reactions were not coming from the foreigners, they were coming from Indians themselves. Comments after comment, and all carried the same concern. Not about garba, not about the culture, but about the local timing, efforts, the way of conduct, and then the place. Many social media users argued that the cultural expression is represented in a very different way and displayed in a very organized way. But the concern was that the airport tarmac was not the right way and viewed as a disruptive or unusual sensitive public space when reinforced a negative stereotype that many Indians living abroad may already struggle to challenge. And yet, this is not the first time that such a debate has erupted. In recent years, several incidents involving Indian tourists overseas have gone viral. From public dance performance in crowded tourist locations to disputes over local customs. Well, each incident has reignited the same uncomfortable question: a viral moment helping showcase Indians' culture? Or are they creating unintended consequences? Now, tourism today is no longer just about travel. Every tourist carries a digital camera, every bystander has a smartphone, and every moment becomes a global content within minutes. And that changes everything. A small action at the airport in Vietnam can now suddenly become a conversation across India, Europe, Northern America, and beyond that. And the real issue, it is not about whether the people celebrated their culture, but it is bigger than one question. That is how culture is represented in shared spaces. Public times, local rules, expectations, perceptions also matter. Because in the age of viral videos, travelers are no longer just representing themselves. Well, fairly or unfairly, they're often ended up in representing the entire country. And as the debate continues online, the question remains unanswered. Where exactly the line between the cultural pride and public responsibility? Make sure to comment down below.